So, how was your 2025? The episode wastes no time dropping us into the inquest to determine the cause of death. And in 1980s Texas, this is apparently run by a judge, a jury, and the guy who lost the coin flip at the DA's office.
This heinous crime.
First up is our star witness, Cliff Barnes, who takes the stand looking like he just won a free sandwich at the deli. He recounts driving to South Fork to see Bobby and arriving to find Kristin's body floating in the pool. He jumped in, and as he turned her over, he glanced up, and there was J.R. Ewing standing on the balcony right in front of a broken railing. The implication is clear. J.R. yeeted her over the side. Cliff is practically levitating with self-righteousness. He's finally got him where he wants him. Then J.R. takes the stand and immediately starts playing the world's tiniest violin for himself. He was just so distraught that night. And he was expecting a phone call from Lieutenant McSween regarding his son. See, because his wife has run off with him. He mentions that Kristin arrived all rumpled up and disheveled, basically implying she was a hot mess who couldn't balance her checkbook, let alone her own body. Then in a move of pure unadulterated JR-ness, he mentions he voluntarily took a lie detector test which proved what he said was true. The judge, who apparently never met a bar he could pass, immediately tells the jury to disregard that statement, as polygraphs are inadmissible voodoo. But the damage is done. The real hero of this kangaroo court, however, is Dr. Hooper, the pathologist. He found a significant amount of phencyclidine. That's PCP, kids, or angel dust. Supergrass. Boat. Tic-tac. Zoom. Sherman's. Hog. Rocket fuel. Ozone. The peace pill. Whack. But I don't have to tell you all this. He explains to the jury, who looked like they were pulled from a local cattle auction, that this drug is variable. The amount in her blood could have led to a loss of coordination, a sense of strength and invulnerability, delusions of being able to fly, or even severe depression and suicide. His final expert opinion? Kristin Shepherd went through the railing and off the balcony all by herself.
Take the jury along with it. Accidental death. We can start on your custody fight now, JR.
You can't keep getting away with it!
The system works. He also thanks Sheriff Washburn for the lie detector test tip, confirming it was all a brilliant piece of legal theater. He then tells Harry McSween to find out the funeral arrangements and hires a PI named Jerry Macon to tail Sue Ellen and John Ross at the Southern Cross. This man is a machine. This man gets more backstabbing done before 10 a.m. than most people do in a week. Cliff, meanwhile, tries to cash in his I almost nailed JR chips with Jeremy Wendell at Westar. He's expecting a ticker tape parade. Instead, Wendell dresses him down like a high school football coach. When Cliff meekly asks about the job at Westar he was promised, Wendell delivers the kill shot.
Westar Oil does not reward losers.
Ouch. Thankfully for Cliff, not everybody follows that rule. Also, you might not want to be too smug about that, Jeremy. To complete the humiliation, Afton Cooper finds him at the club. She's read the papers. She knows he was just using her to get information on JR. And she delivers the line that will define this man for the next decade.
You're a loser. And I don't have any room in my life for losers.
While the men are playing spy versus spy, the women are dealing with actual emotions. Pam is spiraling. She's sad about Kristin, which I guess means they were retroactively close somehow. But as Bobby notes, her desire to have a child is becoming an obsession. He tries to reason with her, as Bobby does. The doctor said it was a risk of miscarriage, not a certainty, and suggests that she take a year off from work. But Pam is having none of it. Her obsession then drives her to fly to San Angelo, ostensibly to comfort Sue Ellen, but really just to get her hands on John Ross. Sue Ellen spots this immediately. Bobby, who is now apparently tracking his wife like a paranoid PI, shows up to drag her home. He's mad she didn't call and let somebody know where she was. Sue Ellen, now the resident Dr. Phil, lays it out for him. She knows Pam's pain. She even offers the obvious solution.
Then why don't you adopt?
Hey, and if you can't adopt, maybe you just buy a baby. But what? Who said that? Not me. This comment plants a seed that's going to lead to... Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Just know that Pam is one bad afternoon away from stealing a Cabbage Patch Kid from Toys R Us. Sue Ellen, meanwhile, is processing her sister's death by unpacking a metric ton of childhood trauma onto Dusty. In a monologue that explains everything about her character, she blames their mother for turning her and Kristin into show ponies, trained to stag wealthy husbands. She blames her mama for Kristin's drug use, and her own alcoholism. Her daddy? Just the smell of liquor on his breath before he abandoned them. This is some heavy Succession-level family baggage, and it's a miracle she's functioning at all. This is also the closest thing we get to a eulogy for Kristin Shepherd. Elsewhere, Ray and Donna are now rich from their Lubbock deal, and are thinking of demolishing the east wing of their house and putting up a ballroom. And of course, Lucy is complaining to Donna that her marriage to Mitch is hitting the same old rich girl, poor boy snag. These are just the C-plots, but they all feed the central Dallas theme: money ruins everything. I would of course be remiss in not mentioning that JR is staffing up for a new war, and so he's interviewing for a new secretary. The first applicant isn't much of a typist, but she is desperate for a position on his staff, if you get my meaning. The next applicant is infinitely more competent. She types 90 words a minute, 120 shorthand, and just happens to be an old family friend of JR henchman Harry McSween. And could you get a better character name than Sylvia Lovegren?
But my friends call me Sly.
Oh, I guess you can. JR's machinations pay off, but then he doesn't stick the landing. He has his hired goons accost Sue Ellen at the airport, but then Dusty and Clayton Farlow's hired goons accost them, and we have a good old-fashioned double gooning. Which, I'm told, means a different thing if you're Gen Z. Anyway, we're out. Gone But Not Forgotten is an episode that's all about the reset. The writers had to figure out how to get JR out of a murder rap that he was, let's be honest, 100% guilty of. So they turned to the cause of, and solution to, all life's problems: angel dust. It's a massive Deus Ex Machina, a get-out-of-jail-free card pulled from the ether. Kristin wasn't pushed, she fell. She was just high, and she thought she was a bird. It's narratively unsatisfying, but it was absolutely necessary. The show needs J.R. Ewing back in his office, not on death row. What this episode really does is cement the central dynamic of the entire series. This episode reinforces that Cliff Barnes is permanently defined as the universe's chew toy. He had J.R. dead to rights. Again. On the balcony, over a body, with a broken railing. And he still fumbled the ball. Meanwhile, JR makes the legal system look like a chump. He introduces an inadmissible lie detector knowing it'll be struck from the record, just so the jury hears it. It's a brilliant, cynical move that shows JR isn't playing chess. He's just flipping the board and declaring himself the winner. Meanwhile, the episode masterfully sets up two major female arcs of the season in stark contrast. Sue Ellen, in her grief, finally gets to the root of her trauma. This incredible monologue about being bred for wealth and position by an ambitious mother. She's starting to build an identity outside the Ewing orbit. Pam, on the other hand, is regressing. She's letting her identity be completely consumed by her infertility. Her trip to San Angelo isn't about her friend, it's about her own empty womb, which she is trying to fill by proxy with John Ross. Sue Ellen is looking for a future. Pam is just staring into a void. In the end, Kristin Shepherd is gone, but she is definitely not forgotten. Her death resets the entire game, freeing JR to pursue his son, cementing Cliff's status as a loser, and sending Pam down a spiral that's going to get a whole lot darker before it gets light. JR is cleared, Cliff is crushed, and Pam's biological clock is ticking like a time bomb. Things are about to get weird.